Hi, welcome to Intuitive Moon Tarot. This is Jen. I'm back today with another pick a card reading for you. Today's pick a card reading is going to be what messages does the universe have for me? We do have 3 decks for you to select from. We have deck A, deck B, and deck C. It's very helpful if you can close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, silence your mind, and be open to receiving messages from the universe to help you reach your highest potential. Okay, for those of you that need more time, go ahead and pause the video here and take all the time you need. For the rest of you, I'm going to go ahead and get started with deck A. Okay, for those of you that are just now joining me for Deck A, this is a reminder that these are general readings. There is no guarantee that every general reading will resonate with every person watching every time. Please just take what feels good to you in your soul and leave the rest for somebody else. I do believe that these meetings are fated, so if you were drawn to me or my channel in one way or another, chances are that I will have a meaningful message specifically for you at some point in time. So I always recommend that you subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell notification. That way when new uploads arise and you feel inspired by them, you can follow that inspiration and get your messages. With all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. We have the tarot card, the Two of Wands. So this card talks a lot about future planning, and this is kind of like long-term, bigger picture planning. And also anytime we see the number 2 in the tarot, it can talk about a possible decision of some sort. And in the case of the Two of Wands, this might be a decision between sticking with what you know or expanding your horizons and taking a risk. So this is like, I know what the world has to offer me, but it requires me to kind of leave my comfort zone. It's kind of that type of an energy here. We have that with surrender worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. So some of you may have an upcoming decision or something that you're looking to pursue or broaden your horizons in a way. And this is just a reminder, if you are feeling inspired and driven to do something, surrender worry. Trust in yourself, trust in the universe. Be willing to take some risks. If this is something that you think is really going to help you reach your highest potential. And we have conclusion. So keep in mind, you may find a message in one card and not the others, or you may find a combined intuitive message here. So just stick with me and again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. But I'm kind of seeing here, give me just a minute to see what I'm getting. I see like this focused determination, but there is a lot of anxiety or nervousness about actually moving forward. You can kind of see that. It's like, that's what I see here, is like this dragon is representing the anxiety or the nervousness or kind of your shadow self. That comes in and says, you can't do this, or that's too risky, or what if we fail, and it's like this energy here is trying to look away from that, and they're trying to find this focused determination. So this is kind of just more beginning to consider your long-term goals and aspirations, and just being ready to kind of make a plan for your future. This isn't necessarily like actually taking the action. It's just more starting to focus in on your longer term goals and your full potential and what it is that you truly desire. Wands is a fire energy. So this is like a passion inside of you. But I also see that there's some type of a worry here that you haven't yet achieved your goals. I'm kind of feeling that there's this anxiety, like, hey, I at this point in my life, I thought I would be at a certain point, whether you thought you would be married or have the career of your dreams or have a college education or a degree, or whether, just kind of that you have this worry or this anxiety that things aren't manifesting themselves fast enough and you're not reaching your goals in the time frame that you had initially set out. And I'm seeing here this channeled message, this intuitive message I'm getting from your spirit guides, from the universe. We don't skip. What kind of story would it be if we just went from chapter 1 to the end? I mean, this would probably be the most boring book of all time. And what's the point here? When you look at this and say, the moral of the story is, well, we don't know, because as soon as the story started, we've already ended. That's not the way our stories are told. So, this is a journey. This is a lifelong journey of self-exploration and growth. And, we have to go through trials and tribulations and setbacks and all kinds of things so that we can really figure out who we are and what it is we aspire to be for our long-term future. And that takes time, and everybody's story is different. Most importantly, it's that you're happy and that you're following your heart and you're doing what you're passionate about, and that you're releasing this anxiety and this stress and these restraints on yourself, and you're just allowing yourself to do things at your own pace. Things will come to you, and you'll feel inspired, to make changes as they're necessary. And the universe sometimes will give you a little bit of time on your own, and then they'll come in and force change if you're being reluctant, right? If you're stuck. And so I do see here, not to worry about where you are in your journey, just to set some long-term goals and really look out and consider your long-term future and consider where your true passions lie. Please try, your very hardest to look away from that nagging inner voice that kind of holds you back or creates anxiety for you or gives you those what if scenarios. Stay focused on your passions and your goals and looking forward. Because I see here that you have endless potential and you have a beautiful future awaiting you. And if you have a decision to make, I always encourage someone expanding their horizons and taking a risk. I mean, obviously don't go running off with some, married man or something. That's not what I'm endorsing here, but I'm just saying that you do only live one life. And so don't restrict yourself by worry and anxieties. Don't beat yourself up if you haven't achieved goals. Don't worry about the time frame. As long as you're making progress and you're staying focused on your heart's true desires and your passions, and what's going to be meant for your greatest good, and you're actually setting a plan and you're willing to take risks and really live your life to the fullest, you're doing just fine. So this is a time now for you to grow and maximize your potential. You've got to step out into a new world and explore your options, and don't worry about the what ifs. Trust in yourself, trust in your gut feelings, trust in your inspirations and your passions, and the things that are guiding you towards a brighter future. You can overcome any of these hurdles. Don't focus on the negatives and the what ifs and the past, disappointments or possible failures. Focus forward intently on what feels good to you in your heart. What sets your soul on fire? Ask yourself that. What sets my soul on fire? Your story is just getting started, and it's a beautiful one. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I have much, much more here, but again, I'm restricted on time, so if you would like a private or personal reading, the information will be in the description box with pricing. I do have some incredible specials right now. I appreciate you so much sharing your energy with me tonight. Love and light. Okay, moving on now to Deck B. For those of you that are just joining me, I just want to give you a reminder that these are general readings, and there is no guarantee that every general reading will resonate with every person watching every time. Please just take what feels good to you in your soul and is helpful to you and leave the rest for somebody else. I do believe that these meetings and encounters between us are fated and they do not happen by coincidence. So if you were drawn to me or my channel, chances are I will have a meaningful message that is meant for you at some point in time. So I always recommend that you subscribe if you feel inspired to do so, and click the little bell notification. That way when new videos pop up that you feel inspired to watch, you can follow that inspiration and get your message. With all of that being said, Deck B, we have the Unknown card. So this is a beautiful card. The original tarot decks have 78 cards, and there are a select few that are now including a 79th mystery card, which is the Unknown card. I wasn't quite sure how to feel about this at first, and it's kind of controversial, but I have now really made a spiritual connection to this card. I think it's absolutely beautiful. When I see the wand here, this to me is like your magic wand, right? And then you see her crystal ball. And you also see that he, it doesn't matter. It's just an energy. All men have masculine and feminine energy. All women have masculine and feminine energy. So don't get hung up on the sexes on the cards. But you see her, how she's holding the crystal ball. It's like the future is in her hands. It's like she has, and this is almost like the bird is offering you the magic wand to create your own reality, to create your own destiny, right? This is letting you know that it's up to you. This is a beautiful energy. We have the tarot card, Surrender to Miracles, so that's very fitting. They go nicely together. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. And we have that with Honesty, another beautiful card. So I'm going to actually read for you a little bit about the Honesty card, and then we're going to tie this in as one intuitive message. So here in the book, it says, "My darling, you have chosen the symbol of clarity and true communication. Now is the time to be absolutely honest with yourself about what you want," right? What you're thinking about, what your motives and real feelings are. Honesty is the way to truly step into your power. When you choose honesty above all else, as your goddess, I will send you courage to do what's right. This is also a time to demand honesty and integrity from others. You have a right to get clear messages. You have a right to get clear messages. This is the greatest freedom and power in telling the truth. So to me, this is a very clear message that it's so incredibly important that you are being honest with yourself, so that you can step into your full power and be able to accept miracles that are meant to occur in your life. We can have an unlimited amount of abundance. And so many people really don't believe that. I mean, they really don't follow the law of attraction. They really don't understand that concept, or they just don't think it can happen for them. They think things are based on luck, and it's not. What we're sending out into the universe, it's bringing back to us. So when we come to a place of being secure inside of ourselves, being clear in our intentions, setting clear intentions of what it is we truly want, whether it's in our relationships, whether it's in our careers, whether it's in, any aspect of our life. It's so important that you're being honest with yourself about what you want and what you're thinking about. Our subconscious mind is so incredibly powerful, and I'm getting a message here that it's telling me for you to pay very close attention to what you're saying to yourself. How do you talk to yourself? We talk to ourselves more than we talk to anybody else. We listen to ourselves, whether we're consciously doing it or subconsciously doing it. We listen to ourselves more than we listen to anybody else in our life. So when you're just alone driving in your car, or when you're walking to the grocery store, or when you're laying in bed at night, what are you saying to yourself? Are you being truly honest with yourself? Have you set clear intentions for your life, for your future, for the things that you desire? And I'm almost seeing here with the water and the candle, it's like make yourself a bubble bath, maybe a little lavender there, right? Light some candles, shut out the rest of the world. Don't bring your music, don't bring your phone. Just climb into the bath and close your eyes and have a deep conversation with yourself. And make a commitment to being open to receiving miracles and abundance. As soon as you set that intention for yourself, and as soon as you're clear on what it is you really truly desire and want for yourself, it's almost like out of nowhere, the universe is going to fly in with this magic wand and hand you the power to create whatever it is that you truly desire for yourself. But first, we have to make sure that we're being honest with ourselves, and that the things that we're saying to ourselves, what we're saying, what we're thinking, that is all going out into the universe. And the universe is bringing it right back to us. So if we're saying, oh my gosh, I'm just so stressed and everything is so difficult and things just aren't going my way and this is never going to work out and I just don't understand, why me, blah, 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 that's what you're going to continue to attract back into your life. So this is a friendly reminder to talk nicely to yourself, to say, I am successful, I am powerful, I am capable, I can achieve anything I set my mind and heart to. I am beautiful, I am worthy. I believe in miracles. Okay, you guys, that's all I'm getting for now. If you want to go a little bit deeper or you have questions specific to your situation, you can always book a private reading and all the information will be in the description box. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your energy with me today. Love and light. Okay, moving on now to Deck C. If you're just now joining me, this is a reminder, these are general readings. There is no guarantee that every general reading will resonate with every person that watches these videos every time. So please just take what feels good to you in your soul and is helpful to you and leave the rest for somebody else. I do believe that these encounters are fated and they are not by coincidence. So if you were drawn to me or my channel, chances are I will have a meaningful message for you at some point in time. So I always recommend that you subscribe to the channel if you feel inspired to do so, and click the little bell notification. That way when new uploads appear, you can kind of go where you feel inspired, follow that, and watch those videos for your message. So with all that being said, let's get started. So Deck C, we have the tarot card, the Seven of Swords. So for those of you that are familiar with the tarot, the Seven of Swords can kind of be a card that's well known for deception or sneaky behavior, hiding things, secrets, possibly trying to sneak away from something. But there is kind of a whole other side to this card. So I'm going to see what else we have here and I'll tell you what I'm feeling. Okay, yeah. So we have surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. And we have the absolutely beautiful High Priestess of Air. I just think her eyes are so incredibly captivating. And I'm going to read a little bit about the High Priestess of Air for you here from the book. And then I'll give you kind of my intuitive message. You have drawn the symbol of the High Priestess of Air, the goddess of rational thought. Logical thinking, reason, and using your mind to consider the next right action are the qualities encouraged by my High Priestess of Air. Now is the time to think before you act. You are blessed with a wondrous mind and imagination. Your ability to communicate is enhanced when you meet the High Priestess of Air. This is the moment to have reasonable conversations and make calculated decisions. So this is just reminding you, that every action has a reaction, and to make sure that you're doing things that are honest. And with the Seven of Swords, it can kind of talk about, the other side of it is trying to escape from a situation. Maybe you have a situation that's not really working for you anymore, and rather than just dealing with it head on, right? You might just be trying to run away. You could be trying to run away from commitment. You could be trying to run away from hard work, love, responsibility. You could be kind of procrastinating and letting a problem just get worse. Almost like, you feel like it's out of your control, and so you're just letting things go. And I almost see here, it's like you're burying your feelings. You don't want to think about it. What Swords is air energy, right? Which is like intellect. That's what we were just talking about. And there's a lot of air energy here. So you could be an air sign, or you could be dealing with an air sign or someone that has air in their chart. It doesn't have to be, but this is something that's very mental for you. This is heavy on your mind. Whatever this is, there's a possibility here that maybe you just see that there's something so much bigger meant for you. And I also kind of get a feeling here of being stifled. It's like your creativity, your ideas, your thoughts, they're just getting buried, and you feel a little bit stifled. And this is a reminder from the universe, this is your life. This is your story. You create your own reality. Don't give anybody else the power. Don't put somebody else in the driver's seat of your life. You are a powerful and strong person. Step into your power. But make sure whatever actions and decisions that you're making are well thought out, are rational, and that you're honest and open about your decision-making process. We don't want to sneak away from things. We want to face things head on, and we want to be honest, and we want to feel confident and powerful. This is like this beautiful warrior princess, right? I can almost hear this lion just roaring here. And I feel like that's like pent up inside of you somewhere, and you're just feeling stifled and like, maybe like you don't have a voice. But this is time to speak up. After taking time to process your situation, look at the picture as a whole, decide what's going to be best for you in your long-term future. When I see all this air energy, I just feel like there's so much, like you have an incredibly powerful intuition. And I think you know what's best, and I think you know what you need to do. And I also do have to put it out there that when you see this card, it is, I have to give you a little bit of a warning, and this is not going to be for everybody, so don't panic or go throwing clothes out the window or anything, but there is a possibility that somebody is hiding something from you, or there is some deception or things being kept from you, and maybe it's like instinctually, this is another message I'm getting, instinctually you know that, like intuitively you're like, hey, just because I don't say anything doesn't mean I don't see what's going on here. Like, I'm not foolish. And this is a reminder, if something like that is happening to you, to step into your full power, speak up, stand up for what's right. Love yourself, respect yourself. You are a beautiful, powerful warrior prince or princess. These obviously the energies, there's masculine and feminine energy in both men and women. So it makes no difference of the sexes on the cards, but that's what I'm getting here. Part of me is getting like, I see you. I know that you're being deceptive with me to maybe, this could be a business partner. This could be a family member. This could be a friend. This could be a lover. It could be anything. It could be in your career. That, or you're feeling stifled and, there's a possibility that you're thinking about sneaking away. And there's another thing, with the Seven of Swords, it can also suggest that you need to put yourself first to get what you want, even if it means letting others down or putting others kind of off to the side. So sometimes you need to put your own needs and priorities first, even if others don't agree with you and they don't understand where you're coming from. And that may be where it's like, step into your full power, do what's best for you, choose you. So that's what I'm seeing here. Hopefully these messages were helpful to you. If you need something more specific, I do offer private readings. The information will be in the description box. Otherwise, I hope that you found something here and that you'll join me here again soon. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me and for your support. Love and light.